I got it. I'm going to put on mute for a bit until everyone joins.
Thank you, everybody who is here on time. We need a few more people to join us before we can start. Let's see, we've got, hold on. Thank you, everybody who is here on time. Rachel, I'm promoting you to panelist if you can accept to join us before we can start. Let's see, we've got, hold on. One more person. I don't know who is in here as Pat Bates, but please change your name.
You may need to do it because once you're in webinar, I don't know that that's an option. Let me see.
Well, I can change my name. But maybe,
okay, yeah, they should be able. Okay.
Yeah, Josh. It was Josh. All right. All right, Josh, can you keep an eye on the attendee list for us to make sure anybody that needs to be promoted to panelist gets promoted?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right. Well, we have enough people here for a quorum, so I am going to get started. Call this. Oh, hold on. Do we have our secretary here? Is Jennifer here?
Sorry, I'm here.
Okay, she's here. All right. Okay.
All
right.
Admitting the alternates, Rachel is in the.
Well, she hasn't been technically. Well, she's an alternate, so I guess she could. Yeah, I promoted her, but she declined. I'm not sure.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but anyway, all right. So we can get Josh, if you can turn your camera on, please.
Give me a sec.
Pardon me?
Give me 1 sec.
Oh, all right. All right. So I'm going to call this meeting to order at 7:03, and we will call roll. Josh. Josh.
I'm present.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to let you know that Lori's logging on.
I just want to let you know Lori's logging on. She had a family crisis, but she's logging on now.
Adam.
Here.
Shandy.
Not recording, by the way.
Pardon me? Oh, shoot. Sorry. Thank you.
Alert audio now unmuted.
All right. We are now recording. Oh, give me, hold on. I need to, we have a timer. Share with hosts and panelists.
Alert Rachel Perry has.
All right. Glenn, do you have the timer?
President is inviting you to use the Zoom app. Press F6 to open pop-up. Alert from Moin Weisei, President to all panelists. Moin Weisei, your president, is inviting you to use the Zoom app. Zoom app. Alert Pat Bates has joined the meeting.
Oh, we have Pat Bates again. All right.
It's me. It's Lori. I have to rename myself. I don't know why it's saying Pat Bates.
I can't understand her at all.
Okay. All right. So now that I'm recording, we're officially calling the meeting to order at 7:05. I'm going to take roll. Josh. I know Josh is.
I'm present. Can you see me? I'm present. Sorry, I'm in a weird light. Sorry.
Roy,
Adam.
I'm not seeing the record icon like I usually do on my screen.
Recording in progress.
All right.
Okay.
Now are you seeing it?
Yes, I am.
All right. Calling the meeting to order at 7:05. Josh.
I'm gonna get out of this weirdo light, but yes, this is me.
All right. Sorry, guys. Adam.
Here.
Shandy.
Present.
Joanna. Joanna told me she'll be joining late. Diane.
Here.
Alert audio now.
Lori.
President.
Jennifer Nobian. Kristen.
Here.
Anita. Heather.
Here.
Victoria.
Here. Heather's here.
I am here. Roy. Pilar.
Here.
Glenn.
Here.
Kelvin.
Here.
Jennifer Luce.
Here.
Tess. Geraldine. Levante. Rachel Perry.
She's here.
Here.
Is she in now? All right. Dana Caruso. Robert Meir.
Yep.
Andrew Zucker. Okay, we have a quorum. All right. Moving on. Comments from chair. All right. So this is like the midpoint of my term. So it's kind of like an opportunity for a state of the council address, but I'm not going to make a speech or anything like that, but I just do want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for their hard work, and especially our new members who have taken on significant responsibilities and had to do it while learning on the job. I think ENC is doing a better job on things across the board, from advocacy to communication to outreach to accountability for ourselves and for the people that represent us. You know, you guys know that the city has so many challenges right now, which actually makes it a challenge for us to help people and to lead. But this group works so hard, and I think we're really making life better for Encino. And I'm just really proud of everybody. I'm proud to be a part of it, and I hope you guys are too, because you know ENC is making a difference. So you know, everybody keep up the great work. I sent an email yesterday, which I think a lot of people, it seems like, didn't get, with a reminder about tonight's meeting. And it also included a link for a new ENC board WhatsApp group. If you didn't get it, if you did get it, please join. If you didn't get it, I'm going to put the link in our chat. But the important thing to know about it, which was in the email, is that to avoid Brown Act issues, this is really just for like reminders and general announcements. So the only person that can post to it is the admin, which is me. But the important thing is that you not use the react feature. So no hearts or thumbs up or anything like that on any messages, because even an emoji can count as transmitting an opinion, and you'd be doing that to the whole board, and you'd be violating the Brown Act. So it's just really for announcements that are important and timely. Just a reminder to please be mindful of our rules. Code of conduct, remain civil at all times. The Brown Act, don't stray from the specific items on the agenda. Robert's Rules of Order, only speak when permitted to speak. Kelvin will read our meeting protocols during his report. And I think he's also going to have a timer on screen. We kind of tested that out earlier today, and so hopefully it's working. But if it's not, we'll definitely have it working by the next meeting, but hopefully today. And keep in mind, we've got a lot of people here from the public. We have a lot of attendees, could be people from the press. So please be excellent. So we'll go to our reports from our departments. We have
Briefly, Tess, if you are there, I'm trying to add you as a panelist.
You have Jennifer
Very-
in as an attendee also that needs to be added.
Okay, I'm trying to add both of you. So please accept this request if you can. And if not, lower your hand and we
And
can
John
unmute you.
Darnell is there as well.
Okay. So we have up to 8 reports, and I have to set a hard limit on these because we have these meetings can't be taking over 3 hours like has happened before. So please, I'm going to limit it to 5 minutes per person, including Q&A. If you have a question that you didn't get to ask, every representative's contact information is on the agenda. So you could just reach out to them tomorrow and ask whatever question you might have that wasn't answered today. So is Officer Walia here? No. Is Battalion Chief Barna here? I see Battalion 10 in the attendees. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to promote you to panelist. If you have a report for
You
us.
should be able to talk.
Okay, go. Yeah, he's promoted to panelist, so he can go ahead. LAFD?
LAFD Battalion 10, Chief Dixon in place of Chief Barna.
Excellent. Did you have a report to share with us tonight?
Yes, sir. I have a few things to update you on. Is now the time to go, sir?
Yes, please.
Good evening, all. Pleasure to be meeting with you virtually. Thank you for having the LAFD to update you on a few activities within your neighborhood council jurisdiction. First off, I'd like to share a significant incident that happened on the south end of your district on the 7th of this month that displays a robust EMS response in the Mandeville Canyon area. LAFD resources were responding to an initial call for a hiker that was injured. While they were responding to that call, they were flagged down by several members of the public, alerting the fire responders to a male in distress. And when they arrived at this remote location for the second patient, they diverted their resources and split the resources. They found an adult male in their 50s that was in full cardiac arrest in a remote location. LAFD responders were able to provide ALS services in this remote location and utilized a new tool that was put into service on all rescue ambulances last year called the Lucas device, which is a brand name for a automated cardiopulmonary resuscitative machine that replaces normal heart compressions by hand. And we have found it to be quite effective. And this is one case that shows that after 30 minutes of sustained CPR in the field due to the remote location, a return of spontaneous circulation was sustained by first responders. And this citizen was transported to a local specialty center in fair condition with pulses. This is an example of a technological advance and a tool that was provided via a grant to your rescue ambulances and is serving your neighborhood council, obviously, in this case, an example of very well. And then with that, I also wanted to highlight that you'll see in the Sepulveda Basin starting this week and for the next 3 weeks, you're going to see 500 goats operating in a vegetation management or fuel management capacity. This is due in part by the collaboration with your neighborhood council, with numerous city departments, the mayor's office, and in no small contribution, the San Fernando Valley Audubon Society, which I believe is funding the goats, which are out doing their job, which is eating grass, and we are able to benefit from the side benefit of that they're eliminating fuel for the upcoming wildland season. I've had the opportunity to see these goats operate in other jurisdictions, and they do a very good job of clearing the vegetation in this area, and it's a good time of year to get them out. We're tending towards the end of the wet season and the growth, and the next 3 weeks is a prime time for them to get out, and looks like about 35 acres will be managed by these goats. So kudos to your neighborhood council's activism and collaboration with numerous city departments, including Rec and Park and our Army Corps of Engineers from the federal partner side, as well as I know you've been working diligently with Battalion Chief Barna here as your local battalion chief in Battalion 10. And those were the primary notes he left me that he wanted me to share with you tonight. And he apologizes he's off tonight and wasn't able to be here. But he plans to continue to work alongside all of you and that group that we mentioned. As you're probably aware, we're in the bird nesting season, which does preclude some of the vegetation management, but it does not preclude the goats and where they're operating. So that is the end of the report from LAFD. Again, thank you for having us tonight.
Is the Army Corps of Engineers still out working on the clearance that they've been working on for the past couple of months?
I'm not specifically briefed on the Army Corps of Engineers activities right now. I do know that there are LA sanitation activities continuing during the bird nesting. I'd have to refer to Chief Barna when he's available on the Army Corps of Engineers. I wasn't briefed on that. I apologize.
No problem. Thank you for that. Glenn, do we have time left, Glenn, for a question?
Yes. Do we?
I mean, I'm sorry, I meant to ask Kelvin. All right, well, go ahead.
We're at 4 minutes, 38 seconds.
4 minutes, 38 seconds. All right, Glenn, you get one question.
First of all, so thanks to everyone at the fire department for supporting the alternative fuel management with the goat efforts. Unfortunately, Recreation Park sat for many years, so I really appreciate the fire department step up to the plate. This is the area at the model airplane field, Woodley and Burbank, and there is a 24/7 shepherd person in the gate, and just so everyone knows for security purposes. Thanks.
I had to unmute you, Battalion 10. Mute you. Could you mind unmuting yourself? Sorry, it was just too echoey.
I'm back. Yes.
Josh, I think that might be you because you're logged on 2 devices.
No, it was echoey. Yeah.
It's echoey because of the 2 people unmuted at once.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Next on our list is Nico here from Mayor Bass's office.
Call of order. I had my hand up. Can you please call on me?
I said at the beginning that we were going to have 5 minutes per person and that everybody's contact info is on the agenda due to time. So if you have another question, to please contact them offline. But we can't have more than 5 minutes per person or we're going to be here all night. We've
5 minutes per person? I just wanted to make one comment, Roy. Again.
Heather. No, Heather. We just can't. All right, is Nico here from Mayor Bass's office? No. Is Denton here from Nithia's office? I think I saw him on. All right, thank you, Denton. Go ahead.
Hey, Roy. I'll try to keep this brief. I know we have 5 minutes. I have a lot of updates, lots going on in Encino. So I'll try to be brief. Thank you as always for having me. I'm the field deputy for Encino and Reseda for Council District 4. My email is my first name dot my last name at lacd.org. It's also in the agenda. First, just really quickly, you wanted to sort of proactively say, I've been saying this at all my community meetings, despite the fact that Councilmember Rahman is now a candidate for office, my job does not change at all. I'm still a city employee. My role is still exclusively about serving the public. I very much encourage all of you to continue to reach out to me in the same way that you always have. I take immense pride in serving this community and in serving Reseda. And I just want to stress that like none of that will change. Next, I wanted to provide an update on phase 1 of the Encino Hills traffic calming plan. Last time I just jumped right into it. So just to give like a little bit of context for folks, it's a multi-phase plan focused on improving traffic safety and curbing cut-through traffic in the Encino Hills. It's a plan that came out of years of organizing and advocacy by this neighborhood council and residents in the Encino Hills. Sort of in light of all of the increased cut-through traffic coming through the hills because of the wayfinding apps routing people increasingly through the hills. This project is funded by $150,000 in LADOT funding earmarked specifically for the hills that this neighborhood council and that Hills residents secured before our time, actually, back in 2021 when Encino was still part of Council District 5. After Encino was redistricted to be part of our district, our team has embarked on what has become over 3 years of collaboration with DOT, with this neighborhood council. There's a survey filled out with hundreds of residents, numerous community presentations and hearings, things like that. And so on Monday, after all of this, 12 new turn restrictions were scheduled to go into effect. And unfortunately, an LADOT sign printing error that was only discovered on Friday once the sign started going up unexpectedly pushed back the timeline. Thankfully, we are told by only 1 week. So we are told that the signs are going to go in on Friday, starting on Friday rather, and that they will be in effect on Monday. And so once the signs are in effect, this is sort of a tactical trial. So we will begin to collect feedback from Encino residents using a survey link, which is on our webpage. I'm not going to read all those things out loud because I know we'll only have 5 minutes, but we have a webpage on the topic that includes a survey, it includes an FAQ. We're also installing signage at various places in the neighborhood so that people can be directed to our website and to the survey. I'll be installing those signs on Sunday. And so, yeah, just, we're collecting feedback. Please fill out the survey once it goes live. We want to hear about what's happening in the community. This is not something that's like set in stone after all the signs go in. So we want to know what's happening. It's hard to predict sort of human behavior. So just want to stress that. Lastly, I'll keep this super brief. Exciting update on traffic safety. The state passed a bill called AB 645 a few years ago, which finally allowed local governments to install speed cameras, essentially, speed safety systems. The city of LA is allowed to install a total of 125. And our council district gets 9 speed cameras. And after LADOT did data analysis and after we provided input, we were able to get a speed camera location for Encino. There's going to be, at least there's one proposed to be on White Oak between Ventura and basically in the 101. I think it's Ventura and Margate technically. But folks can make public comment. I will link the council file. I should have the council in front of me. Sorry, the council file in front of me. Apologies. But basically, yeah, people should make public comment if they support this program. Councilmember Rahman's been a big supporter and has helped with the rollout. And so happy to report that Encino will get 1 location. And if this program is expanded, hopefully, right, this community would be able to benefit from that. So just wanted to give those updates. Want to reserve time for questions. Thank you as always.
Cool. Thank you. I think I saw the first hand I saw up was Jennifer, so go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Denton. Hope you're doing well. Despite the signs being wrong and having to be taken down, has Waze been alerted to the no turn restriction yet? Because this morning when I went out, I saw a long line of cars going from Bosque all the way down to Ventura Boulevard again. So I didn't know if it was actually in effect with Waze or not.
I didn't check today whether it was still in effect with Waze, but yes, we worked with LADOT to inform Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze ahead of time. We didn't inform them that the signs weren't going up. However, we're going to circle back on Monday, and rather, we're going to circle back before Monday to make sure that they're still up. Waze sometimes really quickly discovers something. So I wouldn't be surprised if people on Waze had said, oh, the turn restrictions aren't in effect. So we'll see. But if you're noticing things like that, let me know and we can figure it out. But the short answer is yes, we did tell all the apps.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We are out of time. We are going to move on to Zoe from Assemblymember Gabriel's office. Please share your report. I know you're here.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me. So nice to see you again. If we haven't met yet, I'm Zoe. I am Assemblymember Gabriel's field representative, and I represent you folks in Encino in our office. I do always want to give the plug of if anybody, all of you or anybody you know in the community is having a problem with the California State Agency, please direct them to our office. You can feel free to send them directly to me, give them our office phone number, whatever's easier for them. But yeah, we always want to be of help in that way. Our office has a really exciting event happening in the spring. It is our office's biggest event that we do. It is Assemblymember Gabriel's Day of Service event. It is his 5th annual Day of Service event. If any of you have joined in past years, it does look a little bit different this year, and I will happily get into more specifics of the differences and kind of the projects we're working on if anybody's interested. But we would absolutely love for you to folks to attend. It is on April 19th this year. We are still finalizing all of the fun details of specifics, location, the RSVP link, all of the back end work. But once that is finalized, we are aiming for like a mid-March to send out the final flyer, send out those RSVP links. We would absolutely love it if if the neighborhood council can help us advertise the event. And we would also love if you can join the event. I briefly spoke with Roy about it. I think it's an agenda line item, so I don't know if now's the time for me to explain it to you folks. If I should explain it then, I just kind of wanted to ask. But yeah,
You can explain it then when it comes up. So if people have questions, just to save more time for you now, if
fabulous. I will happily go into more details about you folks partnering with us and attending our event and maybe using your logo for our outreach materials when we get to it. But that is my biggest update. We would absolutely love to have you folks there. Does anybody have any questions for me? Okay.
No.
I'm really short. Fast.
Lucky you. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Zoe.
Of course.
Okay. Who do we have next? Is Katie here from Supervisor Horvath's office? Or anybody from Supervisor Horvath's office? Raise your hand. Okay. We do not. Next is John from Department of Neighborhood Empowerment. I think I saw him here. He's there. If you have a report, John.
Yes. Hi, Roy. Hi, everyone. Thank you for giving me the time. So I have 3 announcements. First is on Thursday, January 29th, we had a budget 101 for neighborhood councils. And we have this every year in January because it's 3 months before the mayor releases her proposed budget. And so it helps you advocate for what you want to, it re-educates the neighborhood councils on how they can advocate for services and programs through the lens of the city budget. So we had that. And it's good information. And if you, I'm the liaison to the budget advocates, and also the liaison. I've done a lot of work on the city budget in the past as well. So if anybody needs information about how that stuff works, anything related to the budget, let me know. Happy to help. And thank you, Glenn, for as a co-chair of budget advocates for working with us on that. We did that together with the budget advocates. Next, save the date. Budget day is Saturday, June 27th. From 7:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. There'll be breakfast, then there'll be presentations by city leaders and the council chambers from about 9 to 11 or 11:30-ish. And then after that, there's regional workshops or breakout sessions where, we want to hear from you on, what you think about services and programs in your community. So save the date, budget day, and the budget day normally is the 3rd Saturday in June, but because of June, which would have been June 20th, but because Juneteenth is on the Friday before, we had to postpone it a week because it would be too much with, having a federal holiday off planning for the event. So if you're wondering why it was changed. And then last but not least, any bylaw changes are due by April 1st. If you need an extension for a brief period of time, we might be able to do that for you. Let us know if you need help with that. And, as far as the bylaw changes go, if not, just submit them by April 1st. And yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, thank you. We have some Hold on. Tess, can you raise your hand if you're in? Are you in the attendees or are you on the panelists? Because I don't see you in either list.
I think she might be having some sort of difficulty joining. She was here earlier, but now is no longer attendee. If anybody has the ability to reach out to Tess, please help.
Oh, you got it, Shandy. All right, thanks, Shandy.
Shandy's on it. Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right. Glenn, Budget Advocates.
Yeah. First of all, thanks to John for supporting the budget advocates and the department, and he's expedited my report because he covered 2 of the items. Number one, the Neighbor Council Budget Advocates website is www.budgetadvocates.org. If you could please add that to the agenda, that's a great resource that people can go to. Just include the link, all of our recordings, etc. I may have mentioned this last month, but this will be the last time I will. We did fill the vacancy for the 3 budget advocates in Region 3. So the new budget advocate is William Third he's the treasurer of the Winnetka Neighbor Council, so we're full at 3. The Budget 101 John mentioned, there is a recording of that. I think it's on or will be posted on the department's website, so you can check out the recording and also the slides. Budget advocates are working on their white paper, the reports of all the city departments. We met with almost all of them this year. So as soon as that's available, that will be emailed to you. Of course, we provide that to the mayor and the city council. The mayor, prior to the mayor's release of the budget, as John mentioned, I think April 20th, the mayor will release it. Budget advocates every year has a town hall 1 week or so after the mayor released the budget. So we've set the date for Sunday, April 26th, I think that is. And it'll be in the early afternoon. It will be by Zoom, and that's a 30,000-foot view of responses, comments regarding the mayor's proposed budget, just as the city council is about to begin its consideration of it. There was an effort started last year, maybe before that, to create a budget and finance advisory committee to the city council. That has been done, and they finally made the appointments, and they had their first meeting a few months ago. Ron Galpern, the former city controller, is the chair of that 5-member committee. And I mentioned it because I listened in they meet once a month approximately. I listened in the earlier meeting, and it was really great. So their next meeting is this Friday, February 27th, 1 p.m. in person, but also you can listen in via council phone. And ditto on the budget day and the fact that we do need contributions from all the neighborhood councils to help finance that annual event. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. All right. It is 7:31, and that is the fastest we have ever gone through the reports, as far as I know. So thank you, everybody, for cooperating with that and keeping your comments limited. Next item is seating of alternates. But before we do that, I'd like to jump to item 11A, which is appointing Rachel Perry as a business representative. So I will start with making a motion to appoint Rachel Perry as the business representative for the vacant business representative seat. Is there a second?
Second it.
Thank you, Kelvin. Are there any public comments on this motion? No public comment. All right. So like many of you, I have great things to say about Rachel, and I know she'll be a great addition to the ENC, but if it's okay, in the interest of time, and because we also have to do the swearing in, I'd like to bring it to a vote without this debate or discussion. If there's no objection, we can move the motion without debate, but if anybody objects to that, then we will have full, we can't take comments from the public though, so I'll allow Varant to talk. That doesn't apply to the to what I just said. So Varant has his hand up. Go ahead, Varant. Varant. Okay, I guess Varant is maybe stepped away.
I
Okay.
asked him to unmute. I don't know. Let's give
Oh,
him one sec.
yeah, I asked him to unmute also, but
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Sorry.
all right. So if anybody, if everyone is okay, if anyone objects to that, let me know. If not, we will just vote. All right, great. Let's vote. Josh.
Yes.
Adam.
Yep.
Jandy.
Yes.
Is Joanna here yet? She said she's going to be late. I don't think she's here. Diane.
Debate. Alert audio now unmuted.
Diane.
Yes.
Lori.
Yes.
Jennifer Novian.
Yes.
Kristen.
Alert.
Yes.
Anita.
Yes.
Heather. Heather. All right, skipping Heather. Victoria.
Yes.
All right. I am a yes. Pilar.
Yes. Yes.
Glenn.
Yes.
Kelvin.
Yes.
Jennifer Luce.
Yes.
Tess. Has Tess made it in?
Yes, she was just in the I think she left again.
Hey.
I told her to rejoin and to raise her hand right away, but she's not.
Okay. All right, well, please keep working on her, Shandy.
Thank you, Shandy.
Well, Rachel isn't seated yet. Okay. Motion passes. Rachel, welcome to our council.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Excited to
And
join.
Rachel, you have 5 minutes, so just kidding.
Do we, since John is here, do we do can you do the swearing in now?
I've already been sworn in.
Oh, as an alternate, you've been sworn in. That's
Yeah.
right. John, do we need to do anything
You
else
don't have to
procedurally?
unless you want. You don't have to unless you want to. It's more ceremonial, but.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'll leave it up to Rachel since she's the.
It's
gets
okay.
the
In
brunt
the
of this
interest of
motion.
time, I've already been sworn in, so I feel good.
All right. Well, thank you, Rachel, and
Thanks.
welcome. I'm excited.
Thanks, everybody.
to have
Excited to
you
be
on.
here.
And if you haven't read her candidate statement linked in the agenda, you should. It's a wonderful statement.
Or the newsletter, which she's the editor of. You should read that as well.
Yes, well, hopefully everyone's already reading that. But yes, thank you. She is our editor, and the newsletter has been looking fantastic. So thank you. All right. So now we'll go up to seating of alternates. And we have one alternate present, Robert, and we have 2 people not present, although Tess is actively being worked on. So Joanna is not here. She may be coming later, but until she does, we can seat Robert as the Area 4 representative if there is no objection to that. No objection? Okay,
Great.
Robert, you are
Great.
currently seated as the Area 4 representative.
I thought it was Laura's alternate.
Right, but if somebody isn't here and their alternate isn't there, then you can be an alternate for a different seat if you're the only alternate.
Got it.
Glenn, go ahead, raise your hand. Glenn, I don't know if you had something to say about this. Go ahead.
Yeah. Not if you said object. I don't object. It's that's fine until Joanne arrives. But you said or youth. Youth is only open for ages 14 to 17, so it doesn't. The alternate situation is only for the other seats.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't matter anyway. Even okay. All right. So Robert is seated. Great. We will go on to officer reports. We'll limit that to 2 minutes per person. I just want to share on a street food market permit situation. Nithya's Raman's office gave their blessing on a permit for a street food market that would have shut down Genesta for 13 hours every Thursday until midnight and allowed amplified music every Thursday until 10 p.m. Adjacent to a 65-unit condo, and there was no notification to the ENC, which is legally required. So this obviously would have been terrible for the people who live there and not great for the businesses either who weren't supportive. So as soon as we found out about it, ENC, EPOA, the HOA, demanded for this to be stopped. And with the help of Mayor Bass's office, the permit was revoked in large part because ENC wasn't notified as legally required. So I bring that up, people often wonder if neighborhood councils really do anything or have any power. And I think in a lot of places they don't, but this is a great example of how we always step up to make things better for Encino. And it's an example of how we really do matter because there's a legal requirement to run things by us. And if you don't do it, we can have things stopped like we did. This applicant runs other street markets, and I have a feeling maybe they've gotten away with the council office blowing off the neighborhood council in the past. The neighborhood council doesn't complain. It goes on without their input, but we kind of fought against that. This was kind of a very extreme situation. And I guarantee the next time somebody applies for a permit like this, everyone is going to make sure the ENC is notified and that we're given a chance to weigh in. And Councilmember Rahman's office has already said that they're going to review their procedures going forward to make sure that doesn't happen again. So I'm just sharing that because if I didn't, you wouldn't know about it. And I thought you'd like to know about a significant way that we fought for our community, and so that you know that we do matter, and we should all know that. So that is all for my report. We'll go on to the Vice President. Josh, do you have a report?
I have no report, thank you.
Does the Treasurer have a report?
I know we will be voting as part of the consent calendar, but I was going to go ahead so we can talk about the MER from January, and we spent $481.73, which was our regular monthly bills as well as the pizza that we had at our last meeting. So that's just kind of where we are. We have a net available of $26,645.65. And we do have a couple of NPGs, as you know, that have been submitted. And so those will be moving forward also. And that's it for me.
All right, thank you. Sergeant at Arms.
Okay, hey Roy, just pointing out that you have a couple of hands raised. I don't know if they were asking questions about the report or not. I don't know if you want to recognize those now.
Yeah, I think you had 1:30 seconds left of your report. I don't know when the timer started though.
Okay.
The hands up were Heather.
I have a question. Lori has a question.
Go ahead, Lori. Lori, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question regarding the food truck situation. When you say that we as the ENC,
we can't. It's not Lori. It's not an agenda item. We really can't.
Yeah, it is.
It's not an agenda item. It's not, Lori, can I just finish? We can't. You guys, please. The only way we're going to get through these meetings in a reasonable amount of time is if we follow the Brown Act, Robert's Rules of Order. If it's not on the agenda, we can't talk about it. So. I'm just begging you guys to stay on topic and focus on what we've got here. So,
okay.
Glenn's hand is down. Heather's hand
was up.
Go ahead, Heather. Do you have a question for somebody? And to be honest, the reports are not subject to Q&A anyway. The reports are just.
Called on me?
If you have a question about something on the agenda.
I do have a question on regarding something that you said, and I'm wondering why you continue to look for every opportunity to bash Nithya Rahman.
Heather, it has. Oh my God, Heather!
That's out of order, Heather.
Thank you, Calvin.
Okay, back to my report.
Yeah, please.
Okay, all right. Everyone's is current on their training who's here right now. Levante and one other is not, but they haven't been participating. So that's the report as far as that's concerned. Now, as far as the meeting protocols, I'll go over some highlights right now so that we can all stay civil here. The first thing is no member may speak until recognized by the chair. The second thing is no member may speak a second time until every member who wishes to speak has had the opportunity to do so. Third, no member can speak more than twice on a motion. 4, The first time a member speaks on a motion, they'll be limited to 2 minutes. And the second time, they will be limited to 1 minute. And I'll give them a 15-second warning before that happens. I don't know that inside of my screen whether or not y'all can see a clock, but there's a time clock that we have running there. So when it turns red, you know you're past your time. Okay. All discussions must be relevant to the immediate pending question, so we can't go off onto something else once we're on a subject. Okay. And when possible, the chair should alternate between those speaking in support of a motion and those speaking in opposition of a motion. Those are the highlights. Okay. That's it, Roy.
Thank you for your report, Glenn. Jennifer, do you have a
I just wanted to say we skipped over secretary report. I don't have any report.
Sorry.
Say we skipped over it.
All right, but no report?
No report.
All right, my bad. Heather, I will ask you to speak, but if it's off topic, we're gonna mute you again and stick to the agenda. We've got a lot to get through. So, Heather, go ahead. Your hand is up, Heather. Is it meant to be up? Glenn, your hand. Glenn, go ahead.
Yeah, just on the agenda. I just wanted, can you give us the name of the street food market vendor?
I don't know it off the top of my head. There is an attachment to the agenda item that should have it there, but if you ask me after, I will.
Oh, so it is an agenda item. I thought you said it was an agenda item.
Pardon me?
About one speak at a time.
You said it wasn't an agenda item, but it is an agenda item, so we should be able to comment.
Well, it's not a motion, so this isn't an opportunity this isn't like a Q&A part of the.
It doesn't have to be a
Roy,
motion to make a comment.
I think it was on the agenda because it's under your name under the agenda.
No, I know, but it's not a motion that we have, like, we don't
Is
usually.
John Darnell, I mean, can you,
John,
I mean,
you weigh
you
in
can't
on
like
this
cut
or-
me off and then talk about it with Glenn. I had a comment to make about the food truck situation, and I
Okay,
should
go ahead.
make it without being
Go
muted.
ahead, yes.
All I wanted to know is the name of the vendor. If you can get that and put it in the chat,
Yeah.
that's all I want. Thanks.
And let Lori speak because I believe it is an agenda item.
Okay, so what I want to say about this item is that you said that the ENC advocated to revoke the permit, and that's not true because this never came before the board. We don't know anything about it. It did not come before the traffic committee as far as shutting down a street, and it did not come before the board. And I want to know more about what this event was. I'd like to know more about why it was shut. Sorry, can I just finish? I have the floor. Thank you. So to say and to take credit for something that happened that the board had nothing to do with. We did not vote on it. We didn't hear about this. We don't know anything about it. So that is not the protocol. If we are going to vote to revoke a permit, it should come before the board, and we need to make a motion on it and vote on it. So I'm not advocating for it or not advocating for it. But if we are going to toot our horns and saying, don't mess with Encino, we shut you down. No, we did not shut them down. The ENC knows nothing about this event. I want to know about it because it sounds like fun. So
Okay,
I
Lord,
take issue with the fact that we don't know anything
I'm gonna cut
about
this
it,
off
and
because
you're saying that we shut it
the
down.
reports are supposed to be limited to 2 minutes.
Okay, well,
And
that's my
this is
comment.
Lori, we're way over 2 minutes, and also.
Kelvin does have a timer on. They started
I
this
know, but
timer.
it was like restart. It's not 2 minutes per person. It's 2 minutes per report, and that he started a full 2 minute timer. So that's the issue. So I will address that, and then we're going to move on. The law was being broken, so there was no. I don't think we're going to have a vote of should this person be allowed to break the law or not. Had they gone through the proper procedures, gone to our planning and land use committee, gone to our traffic committee, done all that, then we absolutely would have heard it, and maybe it was going to be great. But this was a very extreme, this is. And the problem was we were breaking the law, so we are not breaking the law and completely avoid. reports from committee chairs. Please give your report. Your report is contained in the motions that follow. Executive committee, I do not have anything to report. Public safety committee, just an update on the town hall. It was very well attended. Thank you to everybody who came, who helped, and who helped spread the word. We had about 100 people there. We had some media there. We had more panelists than expected. Sometimes it's like we are fighting to get them, and then all of a sudden they start coming out of the woodwork. And there's a lot of good feedback. So thank you for that. Outreach.
Everyone, just want to let you know, following up from our website RFP, those are out with 3 different vendors to redesign our website. I hope to have the recommended proposal at our next board meeting at the end of this month, and hope to have that website launched by May 1st to coincide with a potential Encino Fest. And we're also parallel pathing the logo redesign along the same timeline. So when we launch the website May 1st, we'll also have the logo updated. So more to come on that, but progress is underway. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Kristen. Hello. Finance.
I have nothing else to add.
Thank you. Lori, transportation.
Okay, well, as many of you know, we sort of had a false start on our traffic mitigation plan. As Denton said, the DOT printed the wrong signs, which I pointed out to CD4 on Friday when I saw the first 3. They let the DOT know immediately, and they took them down and they're reprinting the signs. So there's signs going in this week, and then there's going to be a second set of signs going in next week. And they are also putting signage on Ventura Boulevard to alert commuters that they are not able to access certain streets like Mulholland from certain streets like Louise. And we also spoke to our traffic officer. They are putting in those informational digital signs that they put, saying no access, alerting people that there are new turn restrictions. Unmute yourself, Roy.
Roy, do you want to add? Are you done with these?
Well, I mean, yeah. So we spoke to our traffic enforcement, which I know everyone was very concerned about, that we need enforcement, and they are very much aware of it, and they are very much planning on putting more manpower there once the signage is put in. So and for the first month or so of the plan, we're not going to see people getting tickets. It's going to be more informational stuff. So if they see people violating the signs, they're going to, let people know that they can't turn here anymore. So it's going to be kind of a soft approach. It's not going to be hardcore where people are going to be getting tickets right away. Not that we need to make that, we don't need to publish that information, but they are, they do know that we need to, be somewhat kind to the commuters who are used to coming this way. And as I said, they are planning on putting in informational signs, I believe on White Oak and Louise, which are those big digital flashing signs that you see like when there's road work or whatnot. So our traffic officer had a health issue. He had to take off. So I'm hoping that it will all be, it will all go smoothly. And I do think that the first couple weeks could be messy. We've been getting a lot of emails, which we've been responding to. Denton has been forwarding me a lot of emails. I know Roy has been responding. So, we're just trying to manage that aspect of it. It's going to be, it's going to be hectic for the next couple of weeks as this new mitigation plan goes into effect.
I'll just add, if you guys get questions about where are the turns, what's happening, there is on our website, there's a resource page for traffic mitigation plan under the resources tab with a map, and once the survey goes live, there's if you guys need resources to respond to questions, please send them there. There's almost anything they want to know, they might be able to find. Thank you, Lori. Community events, Sandy?
Hi everyone. As you know, we are working on the Encino Fest planning. We do have 2 motions later on presentation about it then, and I'm looking forward to discussing it with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Did Tess ever make it in?
I texted her too. No.
All right. Sandy, it's the co-chair, so I don't know if you want to say anything about youth right now?
Sure. We had a good meeting a few weeks ago. The youth are planning a few different service opportunities that they're going to try to that they'll bring to the board if they need any type of resources for it. We are planning on creating a social media account or in collaboration with Outreach for the youth committee specifically, so that the youth committee can do outreach to other youth and promote what they're working on. So I don't want to speak too much to it because it was Tessa and some of the other members are here, but they're excited for getting to connect with the youth of the community. Oh, and we also had a visit from a nonprofit led by youth in the community also, so it's really exciting.
Thank you, Sandy. All right, so that is the end of our. Is there anybody else who did? I put people committees that had a meeting since our last board meeting, but is anybody or any other chairs wanting to make a comment that are not on the agenda? Glenn, go ahead.
Yeah, so just related to parks, last night at the Culver Basin Wildlife Area Steering Committee, there were two presentations that may be of interest to folks. The meeting was recorded and on Zoom, and the meeting was in person, but there was a Zoom recording. And one of the presentations has to do with a development of about 60 acres in the northwest corner of Victory and Balboa, up to Oak Baseland. And the other one's about a new volunteer nonprofit that's been formed that's been doing activity focused on the Culver Basin. So that may be of interest. I'll leave it at that. The Army Corps of Engineers was there, and we have to have a new reference park. So anyway, anyone interested in that, that's that.
Thank you. Any other committee chairs have anything they want to add? I've done there's a note to chat. Okay. Yeah.
Joanna is in the chat if we could, or attendees, if we could promote it.
Okay, so
I got her.
Okay, so Joanna is now seated, so Robert is now back to us. So, thank you for your service, Robert. And thanks for joining us, Joanna. All right. Pardon me? I'm all that.
You're right, Veron's hand has been up for a while now.
But it's been up, we called on him, but there's not really
I've lowered it many times to keep rating.
there's nothing for him to. All right, well, now it's public comment. All right. Are we on public comment now? Public comment. Okay. All right, go ahead, Ron.
So Roy, keep on lowering my hand.
Josh is doing that.
Oh, that's you guys.
Ron, that's not me doing it. It's
Well,
Josh.
I got the floor first. I got the floor, Roy. Lowering my hand is disrespectful. Remember, guys, this guy is doing a violation over and over and over again. Heather, you need to report him to your people. I know I am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Rob, go ahead.
Hi, are you able to hear me? Every board member needs to know that things will sometimes occur that require certainly officers of your board to take immediate
nothing to do with merits. You're just not set up like other private groups like EPOA to take votes by email overnight. This action with a permit for closing down a residential street every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight was unprecedented. And the LA Municipal Code requires notice, prior notice, to neighborhood councils. And all Roy was doing was asking that the law be followed. No one was advocating for or against. And maybe one day, if someone, hopefully not, but if anyone does make a ridiculous request to close down a residential street for this kind of a use, and it goes to the neighborhood council as required by law, then you can get more information. Then you can ask questions. Then you can debate the merits. But your president stepped up before any meeting could be held. And he joined with me, and he joined with the head of the homeowners group of the 65 condo units that simply tell city officials, you can't do this without going to the neighborhood council. I want to applaud you for doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Zach, go ahead.
Okay. Is there a way to go on camera, or am I?
There is not. No, for attendees, there is not.
Okay, no worries. I'll be brief. Hi, everyone. My name is Zach Sokolov. I am a candidate for LA City Controller. It's an honor to be with the Encino Neighborhood Council tonight. I am running for LA City Controller to ensure we build a Los Angeles that is safe, prosperous, affordable, and inclusive for all. My focus as City Controller will be on principally three issues. The first is delivering a high quality of life to all Angelenos, ensuring that basic city services are provided at an excellent level. The second is helping make LA more affordable, focusing on homelessness and affordable housing, auditing vendors, auditing programs, and tax measures to share with the public how those dollars are being spent and what results they're delivering. The third is to promote economic growth in the city of LA. We face a $1 billion structural budget deficit. This cannot be closed by cutting costs alone. We need to find new and creative ways of generating revenue for the city of Los Angeles. I would appoint on day one a chief revenue officer to the Office of Controller to work across departments and identify ways to bring new revenue to the city of Los Angeles. I'm a lifelong Angeleno. I would be honored to have the support of the Encino community. We will be running an aggressive campaign, especially focusing on the Valley. The Valley, in my view, is an underrepresented part of Los Angeles. 1.2 million Angelenos live in San Fernando Valley, and it is critical that you all have a voice in City Hall. I would be a partner to the Encino Neighborhood Council and appreciate your the opportunity to address you tonight. Thank you all very much. I'll leave my website in the chat in case you'd like to learn more.
Thank you for that, Zach. As you can say, the Neighborhood Council does not endorse any candidates for public office. While candidates may speak during the public comment period as members of the public, this does not constitute an invitation or an endorsement by the board. Old business. The only old business is Neighborhood Watch sign up date, which we approved funding for, but we're kind of in a little bit of an impasse because the city clerk is requiring us to follow procedures that are no longer being enforced or followed by the city. Obviously, your example is the city requires you to use an approved contractor to install the signs. However, there are no approved contractors to install the signs. It's kind of like, do it yourself. City clerk does not accept that. So it's very difficult for us to follow protocols that are no longer being followed by the city, but that's the city clerk what to do. So as things stand, those will not be getting taken up. So we'll move on to
said what will not be ordered?
Neighborhood watch. Neighborhood watch. Yeah. All right, consent calendar. Does anybody want to pull anything from the consent calendar? Glenn, has a hand raised. Glenn, go ahead. Right? You're muted.
Yeah, I'd actually raised with the other thing, but I'll take that off. And I will pull once we get to the funding. That number.
Okay. All right. So, let's go. Josh.
Yes.
Is there any questions from the public on the consent calendar items before we vote? No. Okay. Josh.
Yes.
Adam.
Yep.
Andy.
Yes.
Joanna. Diane.
Yes.
Lori.
Window.
Lori Stevens.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes. Yes.
Kristen.
Yes.
Anita. Anita.
Yes.
Heather. Heather.
Keep it yes.
I think so. Was that a yes? You're breaking up. Heather, was that a yes? Victoria.
Yes.
I am a yes. Pilar.
I realize that I should have pulled it. I'm gonna have to recuse myself because of 9A.
Can we do it now?
Yeah, John, if you're following, can we, since we didn't leave the room, can we, still vote on this? If you now recuse yourself, I guess is the question.
What did the city attorney say when she contacted them?
She told me to recuse myself.
Yeah, I would say just recuse yourself, but next time do it.
No, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move you back to, attendees.
There you go. That's a good idea.
So, find you over here. I got it. Got it? All right. Okay, so we are going to, we have to start the vote over. Josh.
Yes.
Adam.
Yep.
Andy.
Yes.
Joanna.
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Bobby, you
Lori.
Yes.
Jennifer. Novian.
Yes, yes, sorry.
Kristen.
Yes.
Anita.
Yes.
Heather. Heather.
Yes.
Victoria.
Yes.
I'm a yes. Glenn.
I just want to clarify the recusal just for letter A, right? Not for the other. Well, I guess you can't vote. All right, we should have.
Yes, you can't vote on it.
We should have divided the question given the recusal, but I'll vote yes, but I really think she should be giving up to vote on letter B, and that's the way you would do that is once they announce refusal, you divide the question and then, deal with that matter and then deal with the other. Okay, yes, for
Cousin.
yes.
Jennifer Boucher. Jennifer.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes.
Tess. Rachel.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. So funding consent calendar, we bring a lot of that.
I got it.
You got it? Thank you. Does anybody want to pull something from this?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Glenn. All right, what do you want to pull?
10A, the monthly expenditure report.
Okay. Do you want to comment on it, or you just want to use separate vote?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Joy?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Pilar?
Yes.
Glenn?
Yes.
Sheldon?
Yes.
Felicia?
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes.
Passes. Okay, new business, we have already done, item 11A. 11B is council file 25-1083. This is relative to SB 79 and how the city is going to deal with SB 79. This is on the agenda without going to our PLU committee first because there was some urgency attached to this. But the city PLU committee met yesterday and they made a recommendation, if you're familiar with this at all, of option 2. We should, ENC should, I think, definitely have a say on this, but I don't know when the city council is going to take this up, and I don't think it will be before our next meeting. So we can refer this to PLU and have them discuss it, and our PLU have them discuss it and make a recommendation to us, because this is really complicated, and the city PLU committee meeting yesterday didn't really help a whole lot. So we can vote on this now, and I can share what I know, or we can refer it to our PLU committee in hopes that it won't be too late for us to file a CIS on it at the next board meeting. So I will leave that open to discussion whether you guys want to refer it or not. We have 3 hands up. Glenn, go ahead. Is there any public comments before we get to our is there any public comments on this for 1083, 24-1083? Lori Tubbs, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I've listened to the Plum Committee meeting yesterday, 2.5 hours. It is very complicated. Maria and Jeff Sullivan have been incredibly active in Sherman Oaks, keeping everybody informed. Roy, I sent you the letter from Maria, and it's got maps and things. Maybe you can forward that on to everybody on the ENC before anyone takes a position, because it's very complicated. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Glenn, go ahead.
So did the city council planning and land use committee take an actual vote that's going to city council?
Well, apparently they didn't have a forum to be able to make an official recommendation, so they are having a recommendation from the chair, who's Bob Blumenfield, and that was option C2. And that's what LA City Council is.
Okay, and that does happen. It's not uncommon. They have recommendations from chair before council. So there's no drafting by city. I'm trying to get a handle on this time frame. Normally I would say, yeah, send it to our PLU, but I'm concerned that if there wasn't something to the contrary, this goes directly to city council, and it could go within the next week or two, unless there's a complicated report, like city attorney has to draft ordinance or something. So I'm gonna defer to Lori to choose it, or for input, or to you, or whomever, just in terms of the time frame.
This is super complicated, and I assume there's going that we're going to have to get a report and ordinances and things like that. But although the flip side is, if we don't do something, I think by July 1st, the city's totally screwed, because that's the effectuation date, and so there is a lot of urgency asking for the city to quickly do this. So, but you'll get to the clear's mind. All right, Josh, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Roy. If my comment was, it seems like it's pretty urgent, but if there is any way, it would be great to have a meeting where we could get Jeff and Cindy to appear at the PLU meeting. It's always great whenever they attend, and they're very thorough, and they really cut through everything. It'd be great to hear the explanation. I know that many people in here might want to know about it, but again, I'm well familiar with this issue, so I don't mind having it.
I have a question for Sheldon. When is your next PLU, like regularly scheduled PLU?
Second Tuesday of next month.
that we can refer this to CLU, have them chew on it, and then have a special board meeting just to vote on this one item before our next board meeting. So that's also an option so that we can have our CLU committee look at it. And I think Maria would be willing to come, and maybe Jeff both, I don't know, but at least one of them would come to the CLU meeting and talk about it. I think that's a good idea for us to do.
Yeah.
We just need to get enough of a forum to be able to do that. Rachel, go ahead.
Yeah, so, hi. So I just wanted to say, so I don't know if you guys have looked at the vision plan for the Sepulveda Basin. It's like 300 pages. But the reason why this might be a little bit more urgent is because in the vision plan, one of the things is adding like a high transit. I know right now it depends on where the transit corridor stops are, but they're looking to add one on Balboa and Burbank at the Balboa complex. That's in the vision plan. So then that would affect Anasoya Estates, would be a half-mile away. So they could start getting filled in by SB 79, as well as the, Encino Village and other neighborhoods, maybe the one around Magnolia. So it definitely makes the radius more Encino. So just to put that out there in case anyone has looked at that or not, but I feel like that makes it a little bit urgent.
Yeah, and the option C plans are the ones that would allow us to try to, skirt around those things. But I won't get into it. This is a conversation for but so I am going to recommend that we refer this to the CLU committee, and then we'll schedule a special meeting at some point just for this one item. I think it's really important, and I personally would like for our planning and land use committee to really take the time to chew on this and make a recommendation for us. So I am going to I'm going to move that we refer this to the planning and land use committee. For a second?
I'll second it.
Do any attendees have any comment on that? Anybody else want to comment on that? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry. I don't know if this was discussed at the plan check NC meeting last time, if anyone attended, and if not, could maybe Kelvin, you could ask them to agendize for their upcoming meeting.
For which group?
Plan check NC, the city, right?
Okay.
For planning and land use, seems to me this should be, whatever we do, I think should be expanded by work of collective mind.
Yeah.
When is all the liaison for them? All right, and they may have already said something. So, all right, there's no other comments, we can vote. Josh?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Joanna?
Alert audio now unmuted.
Is that yes? Diane?
Yes. Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Jennifer Nogan?
Yes.
Kristen?
Yes.
Anita?
Yes.
Heather? Heather? Victoria?
Yes.
Ania? Pilar?
Yes.
Glenn? Yep. Sheldon?
Yes.
Jennifer Luce?
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes.
All right, passes.
I'm gonna come back to Heather. Heather, you there?
Okay, so we'll get that from planning and land use. Okay. So next item is we were asked to be a group participant for the Jesse Gabriel Day of Service, which Joey mentioned. And so that would mean that we are a part of it. They put our logo on it as participants. We have kind of a group, we can go together. I think, I think Zoe, is Zoe still here? Yes, Zoe, do you want to add anything? And I put a video in the link on the agenda if you guys were interested to see some previous days of service. But Zoe, you can tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, of course. So that video is a great example of kind of some of the work that we
partner. There's absolutely no pressure. Life happens. People, like, things happen. So if you're unable to attend, totally understand. We encourage you to come and join us. But we truly just also want to thank you for helping us with outreach. If that's something you're able to do, we would love to include your logo on some of our materials if that is of interest. But absolutely no requirements, no pressure. Just kind of a way to keep you guys keep everyone connected, keep you guys involved. And yeah, if there's any questions, I can probably answer them.
All right, Josh, go ahead. I don't have a question. I just wanted to make a comment that this is an amazing day. It was when I was deciding whether or not I wanted to participate in the neighborhood council, I went to this event, and it was actually like I think it was 3 years ago, and I saw the neighborhood council participating. I saw so many people there. I was able to meet the mayor, Jesse Gabriel, Lindsay Horvath, so many different people, and then I was able to go and clean up the Sepulveda Basin. It's really an amazing day, and I would recommend that we do it, and that everybody, if you can do it, go. I don't know that I'll be able to do it because right now everybody's sick in my house, and I never know because I have a 10-month-old, but please.
Yeah, it's April 19th. You have some time to get over sickness. But I will also say this year it is spread out, so you also don't all have to go to the same service project. Some of you can go to the basin, some of you can go to Help the Mission, really wherever you folks want to be. I do want to give a heads up for you folks on the council. The main programs that will be happening throughout the day will be happening at Hope the Mission. We will be having 3 separate programs, so we'll be having 3 separate shifts at Hope. We'll have like an 8 to 10 shift, a 10 to 12, and a 12 to 2. So if you folks are interested in the program and hearing these other members speak and stuff like that, that will be happening at Hope. But this polar basin cleanup is really, really important. So I also would love to push you folks that way, spread out wherever your heart's desires. But yeah, sorry, Kristen.
Go ahead, Kristen.
Hi everyone. Also, just breaking news: there's like a burglar on the loose in the village. So like the helicopters are like swirling around my house. It's
Yeah, oh my God, there's somebody's backyard in my neighborhood. I don't know if it's
yeah.
like, seriously, I could got a request.
Yeah. I was just curious, more like, what are we actually voting on? Because of course, we'll support this on outreach we do many times. We don't need to vote on things. What are we actually voting on? Because of course, we'll supporters show up and do all the things.
The vote is to be, because they've asked us to formally be a group participant, which means that they would be using our logo on their influencers, on the flyer and things like that. So before that can happen, we have to we want that.
Thank you for clarifying. I would also just add, of course, I think we should do this. I also just want to reiterate, like, we need more a variety of board members to show up to events and things like this. To be honest, we have like the same 5 people come to most things. So if you're going to vote on this, please think about showing up and staffing it. And I'd like to see if people have not shown up yet, they're like anyone who has shown up to an event is not required to do this event. And let's see if we can staff the booth with people who have not. Thank you.
Just to clarify what Zoe said, this one is not tabling, so there won't be a table to staff. It's totally volunteer. So if you're coming to sit at a table and look pretty, this probably isn't the one for you. But if you want to come and actually participate in the service part of the service, that's for you. So, but please, I hope everything would be great for everybody. Daniela, go ahead.
Just really quickly for awareness for everyone.
Whoever's typing, please move yourself.
Okay. Anyway, I'll speak loud. Several years ago, the Center Neighbor Council gave a grant, a neighbor purpose grant to the volunteer clean communities for tools for cleanup. To my knowledge, we haven't seen those tools, so since you're in touch with them, could I ask that you remind them that they have tools that we spent however much money it was, and could they please make sure that our tools are brought to the event and used in the Sepulveda Basin? Thank you.
Sorry, they're in the storage facility, just so you know. They're there.
Oh.
There's boxes of pickers there and gloves.
That may not be the same thing, but okay, we can sort that out offline. Thanks.
Okay, let me know if there's anything you would like me to reach out to DCC about. You're more welcome to send me an email with something more specific once you've clarified.
Yeah, I don't have the inventory list. But we had difficulty Volunteers Clean Community, the first I've heard of them, of that, and so, anyway, thanks.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out, maybe just double check if we have the materials something before I reach out to them. I just want to make sure that makes sense.
Thank you, Zoe. All right, Lori, go ahead.
Yeah, just to clarify what Len said, we did approve an NPG a couple years ago for volunteers cleaning communities, and we bought like boxes of pickers, and they're like those trash pick rubbers and stuff. I recently gave Robert Newman, who's the head of them, about like one box of the pickers, but there's still a bunch of them in there. There's a trash can, there's gloves. I think we have trash bags, but they're all in our storage facility at that community center.
Was it given to him or loaned to him, or we getting?
Well, we passed the MPG for his organization. So yeah, I mean he's holding them for us because he's the one that organizes all the community cleanups, which he does on a very regular basis, pretty much like twice a month. He's cleaning the streets in Encino with people. So he has some of the pickers, but there's still a bunch of them in the room.
Okay. All right. Let's. I think let's get more comments. And I don't know if they're needed. Let's get a vote. So the motion is for ENC to participate as a group participant in Jesse Behavioral Data Service on April 19th, 2020. Is there a second?
In the basin?
Well, people can go wherever they want.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll all do it. But we don't have to specify one or the other. Is that right, Cody?
I'll say, no one else does.
Glenn?
I think that was that. Yeah. All right. So let's vote. Josh. Yes. Adam. Yes. Amy.
Yes.
Joanna.
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Meeting. Lori.
Yes.
Jennifer Novia.
Yes.
Kristen.
Yes.
Anita.
Yes.
Heather. Heather. Victoria.
Yes.
I'm a yes. Pilar.
Yes.
Ren.
Yes.
Helen.
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. The next
Really
item.
quickly, so sorry, so, if people can turn on their video when they're voting.
Oh, yeah, when you're voting, you gotta have your video on.
Sorry, everybody, you gotta have that on. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh, for catching that. The next item on our agenda, we are going to strike, it does no longer apply. It was a similar situation, but there was some miscommunication. We had a flyer that we had the opportunity to be on, but that deadline has passed, so we do not need a vote on it. So we will go to item E, which is the motion for reconsideration on the motion that we passed last month. That was the Chick-fil-A drive-through. The motion passed is on the agenda without the middle item. That was item number 2. Prior to voting on it, we amended it to remove item number 2, and we passed it with the 2 items. And there is a motion. So I don't know if you want to make the motion for reconsider.
Yes, so I move to reconsider the vote on the motion that we took. Do I need to read it or?
No, you don't.
Okay, all right. Look, had on the board meeting.
Unless John tells
Very
us.
quickly, so sorry, before you begin, I just remember that this was a very complex issue. There was a long discussion. Are we going to be bound to the 2-minute period to discuss this? I think that I don't know. I'm interested in.
We are, and I also we are not here. We are not going to be discussing the merits of each item on here because what we did was probably anyway. So we have a motion to reconsider. I second it, so we have to now vote on the motion to reconsider it.
the motion to reconsider, just would say, I heard from a number of board members that were very confused about what took place last meeting. I wasn't there. Our neighborhood, EPOA leaders who negotiated the agreement with Chick-fil-A, we weren't there because we probably should have been, but we thought that the traffic committee's recommendation, I don't know if it was unanimous, but we just believed that would be approved, and it was on the consent calendar. So I hope you'll vote to reconsider, and then I'll raise my hand again to speak to the merits. Thanks.
Sandy, go ahead.
Yeah, so two things. One is about what Ross just said. I don't think it said what committee it was from last time. I wasn't aware that it was from the committee, the motion last time. I don't know, it's not on the agenda, so if someone could clarify, that'd be good. My question would be, I would like to hear from Jennifer what the reason for the motion for consideration is.
Sure, no problem.
Let me just answer that. It was from the Traffic Transportation Committee.
Okay, it doesn't say that on the agenda, but okay.
It said it on the previous agenda. When we first voted on it.
Not on the January agenda, no. I'm looking at it.
All right, go ahead, Jen.
I think everybody walking away from that motion needed some more clarification. I know afterwards, I gained some more knowledge about the situation. I went to the actual intersection myself. I learned more about all of the work that was being done, and I also learned that if we were to remove one bullet point from the whole agreement, then that was basically removing the whole agreement in total. And I felt like we really needed to hear from Rob Bouchon, who has worked really hard on that, and I wish he was at our last board meeting. I'm really happy that he's here this evening so that he can explain more to us, so we can all have a better understanding of what this motion actually means.
Okay. Heather, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. I think there's some confusion around this. I wonder if this should be pushed off so that there is more clarity, if people are just really clear as to what this really means. What I've heard things that maybe it wasn't properly agendized, but I think people are very unclear. So I just wonder if we should revisit this next meeting to make sure that everybody knows, all the elements involved and can make a proper decision. Can you hear me? Hopefully you heard me.
Yes, we can hear you. We all heard that. Thank you.
Okay.
Can it be continued to the next meeting without screwing the neighbors and EPOA?
Roy, you're muted.
Sorry, Kristen, you have your hand up?
Yeah, for the point of discussion of should we vote on this, I just want to be clear, the only thing that we struck out was, so correct me if I'm wrong, but we only struck out the second bullet, which is about eliminating the pedestrian crosswalk. That's what we amended the motion, correct?
Yeah, so that is what we did.
So points, bullet 1 and 3, we all agreed on.
Right.
So really, we're debating bullet number 2.
We're not even, let me be clear, we're not even debating the bullets at all. They're not up for this, because they are not up for discussion. So this is an all or nothing proposal. This is the agreement.
Why is it all or nothing?
Because this is the agreement that was changed, that was reached by the homeowners and the business. And so that's the agreement. So all we can do is to approve the agreement or not approve the agreement.
Point of order, we should be talking about whether we're gonna reconsider it.
Yes.
You should not be
Correct.
talking about
Yeah.
the
So,
vote.
what
So
we're
we need
voting
to
on
vote
is
if we're gonna reconsider it.
Right,
Sorry.
one at a time, please.
So,
And Roy, make you point them out.
sorry, go ahead, Kelvin. I just want to articulate the, I think the nuance of it's all or nothing is interesting as part of this reconsideration. I don't agree with that, but that will be for later. I don't, okay, to the point of reconsideration, I don't believe in all or nothing. I believe in what we as a neighborhood council voted on. As far as we agree with this point and this point, we don't agree with that point. I don't believe we need to reconsider what we've already voted on because someone's forcing our hand to say it's all.
Josh, I can still on with that? No, but Glenn was first. I'd like Glenn to go. All right, go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, well, I definitely would be interested in hearing EPOA and certainly Rob, both groups with both of which I hold in high regard. The fact of the matter is that this was an agreement, as we discussed last time, between EPOA and the business. That's their right. And if we choose to support it, that's our right. And if we choose to support certain elements of it, as we did, 2 out of the 3, that's our right. And if we had concerns about the removal of the crosswalk, which we had extensive discussion about, I think that's our right. So, I mean, this was a yes, it was an amendment, and yes, it was, I think 10 yes and 3 no on the amendment, but then a unanimous 13 yes on the ultimate recommendation. And just to be clear, I understand all the words that are on this agenda, but what should have been on the agenda was the actual motion we passed. You could certainly add in the deleted bullet point subsequently, but just to be clear, if we're voting on reconsidering, we're voting on reconsidering not the 3 bullet thing that's on this agenda. We're voting on the motion that included bullet 1 and bullet 3. And if we vote to approve to reconsider that, then that'll be back before us. That's what the amended motion has approved. When it be back before us, and then if that's back before us, then we can consider a motion to put in an amendment to bullet number 2. But the other thing is, I don't know if anyone that in the meantime had come up with any additional work on what we talked about of a green arrow right turn restrictions, so there wasn't the pedestrian versus traffic. But there were some good suggestions that were raised that would be other alternatives besides eliminating the crosswalk, and I hope that that's going to be presented if this is forward for a reconsideration. But so far, I haven't heard that happened.
All right, I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be. Jennifer, no again?
Sorry, just to clarify. What I said was 10 yes, 3 no. That was the amendment. That was to remove the second bullet point. The motion has a 13-0. Okay, I just want to correct that.
I feel like the last meeting, people were really confused. This is just about taking that crosswalk away so that, one, it clears that area. So if there is an emergency ambulance, people's houses are getting backed up. Like, it is safer. And the only con that I heard was people saying for the pedestrians. But the pedestrians can literally walk.
This is about just the reconsideration, right? We're not talking.
Yes, and I'm saying, what I'm saying is people didn't, I felt like people didn't understand because the only con was that pedestrians would need to walk just a little bit versus all the positives that it gave. For example, the traffic, the LAPD or police trying to get, firemen trying to get through people's homes. There's so many more pros than cons. The only con was people worried about pedestrians walking. So I think it makes sense to reconsider because I feel like people didn't understand. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Anita?
Hi, guys. I wasn't here last week, so I'm just catching up on everything. So I would like the opportunity maybe to hear from Rob. Sounds like he has the most insight on this situation, and maybe we can reconsider revoting.
Jennifer, did you already speak on this?
You got my hand up, Roy?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the order. Go ahead, Kelvin. Go ahead, Kelvin.
I want to call for the question.
Okay.
vote to call for the question if you have their hands raised.
No, we don't. You call for a question. Everybody, I have the floor. I have the floor. I can call for a question when I have the floor.
We have to vote on that. We have to
Yes.
vote to call on the question.
On the motion that's on the floor, which is the Puerto Rican consideration.
Correct. So there's a second to that. So now the motion on the floor is to be considered. The motion's been made.
No. There's point of order. The motion is to close debate by the call of the question. So if you want to close debate now, as opposed to, to hear the other raised hand, that's the vote that's before us now.
Okay.
Second?
We're close debate. And then we'll vote for reconsideration.
Who is that, Pilar?
Yes,
Fuller second.
we can just get past this reconsideration so that we can actually get into it.
All right. So vote. So this is to
End discussion.
consider it.
No, this is to end the discussion about reconsideration. This is not about reconsideration.
Okay.
I vote no.
If you want to
If you go
close
to Adam,
the debate,
I
you have
vote
to
no.
vote. And there's 4 people that have their hands raised, so.
So I'm voting no.
Call the roll vote, Roy. All right.
Adam, no.
Adam.
I just want to be sure we're going to be able to talk about this if it's a no, right?
Right.
Okay. Then.
We'll be able to talk about this.
I want to continue to discuss this.
Yes.
No. Yeah. Thank you.
Katie.
We are going to continue to discuss it afterwards, right?
The question is, do you want to shut down discussion of the people whose hands are raised so that they do not have a comment?
Regarding reconsideration.
Regarding this discussion, this is about shutting down people from being able to speak.
No.
Joanna.
No.
Diane.
Meeting tools window, raise hand,
No.
button, double tap to activate. Alert audio now unmuted.
Lori.
No.
Jennifer Ovian.
No.
Kristen.
No.
Anita.
No.
Heather. Heather. Victoria.
This is to hear what the others have to say, right? This is to hear.
Yes,
You say no if you'd like to hear people whose hands are raised.
I'd like to hear what people have to say, so that would be a no, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Victoria. Victoria has left. If Robert is here, he said, I don't know if Robert is here.
Let's keep going around the
Yeah, right. Victoria, I'm a no. Pilar.
No.
Glenn.
No.
Calvin.
Yes.
Jennifer Luce.
No.
Rachel.
No.
Robert is gone. I don't know if you want to reach out to him.
All right.
Just want to go in the order. I just see Lori, Heather, Rachel, me,
Heather's already spoken on this. I don't know if Lori already.
No, I haven't spoken.
All right, Lori, go ahead.
Okay, so this came up in the topic committee, and, so we didn't hear from the ETOA during that meeting, and, I don't feel that anyone was confused. Last time, I think we were pretty clear. We had Lori Kelson here that was explaining, at least during the topic meeting. So, I don't know if we should reconsider this. I voted yes for it in the topic committee, but, after hearing everyone's concerns about the crosswalk and eliminating it, I'm just not sure that I support that item anymore either. So I'm just not sure that we need to reconsider it. We spent a lot of time on it last time. I didn't hear anybody really very confused about it. So that was not my perception of what happened at the last meeting.
Rachel. Rachel already spoken?
No, I have not.
Okay, go ahead, Rachel.
I think eliminating the crosswalk is kind of crazy.
if you guys have kids that go to Chaminade or even Buckley, there's middle school kids that are from Chaminade. They get dropped off at the bus stop right next to Chick-fil-A. And, you know, those kids might need to cross the street to meet their parents on the other side. Like navigating that traffic with no crosswalk is just a disaster. I drove by today. There were like 3 or 4 people waiting for the crosswalk. And I'll ask, like, emergency vehicles, what emergency vehicles are starting south of Ventura? Where are they starting south of Ventura?
So point of order, sorry, we're still talking about whether we're gonna reconsider it, so we shouldn't be talking about the motion.
Not the mayor.
Yeah, we have to get.
You're the only one who can speak right now.
Well,
Everybody else-
it was a point of order, Calvin, I made a
Sorry.
point of order.
Well,
I'm
that's
allowed.
my point. That's my point. But I, you know, so I guess my point is also that we should still be talking about it. But that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Heather already spoken on this. Hold on.
I don't know that she has, I don't know.
I bet she has.
I don't know, it's all jumbling together.
Yeah. Heather, have you already spoken on this?
Well, I just want to make.
Your second time.
No, you're right.
It is your second time? All right, then everybody that hasn't spoken has to speak first. Who has not spoken on this?
There's about 100 people, the hills going down.
Heather, you'll.
There's a backup.
Heather, hold on, Heather, your second time has come in. Adam, go ahead. Adam, you
Yes,
haven't spoken, right?
I was actually a little confused last time, so Lori, you know, I'm sorry, but, it was a little confusing. And I actually did a trip to both crosswalks, to the crosswalk there and to the crosswalk, by Havenhurst and Ventura. And it would be very similar to that, and, I think it's actually a good idea.
Pilar, if your hand is up and you have already spoken once, please lower your hand to eliminate confusion, just so that I can let the people that haven't spoken on this yet speak, and then you can raise your hand after. Pilar, go ahead.
Okay, the only clarification I want to make is I know after the last meeting, there was confusion on exactly which crosswalk. It is the crosswalk going from Chick-fil-A to Mobile Station. It's not the one going from Chick-fil-A to the church.
Correct.
So I just want to make that clear because those were the questions I was getting immediately following, was they didn't understand which one.
Thank you. All right, Josh, you haven't spoken, right?
Correct, I have not spoken, other than to clarify who's spoken. No, I thought that, you know, when it comes to being confused, I was not confused. In fact, my father was at this meeting. If you all will recall, he was the old man in the back. Well, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, we all took a trip. He and I took a trip to that crosswalk because he found that seemed to be so interesting, and he thought that it was an excellent use of like what the neighborhood council does when they dig in on an issue and they really get into it. So I had a chance to look at that crosswalk. And I've actually been back since, and I've noticed multiple. I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, it was a very interesting subject. I was not confused, and it was. I think it was 13-0 when we did the final vote.
All right, so I haven't spoken other than navigating traffic, so I'll speak. I was confused. Had I not been confused, I would not have voted for it. But the reason I voted for it after we removed one is I thought that we could influence this in some way, that it was better to approve 2 than not. But the fact of the matter is, there is not ever going to be an agreement with the 2. What the neighbors and the business have agreed on is 3, and I think there's still confusion about that we could do 2 and it would be considered. It would not be considered. So either we approve all 3 and go with what the neighbors there want, or it's going to be none, and we are saying that this agreement did not happen. And that is quite literally the opposite. It is an all or nothing, and so we can say whatever we want, but in reality, that is not going to be considered. And so what we're doing is we're rejecting the negotiated agreement that has already been approved by the business and by the neighbors. So that's when you say we only want 2, you're saying no to that. So this is now people speak for the second time. We have 1 minute now, and Shane, go.
Yeah, so I didn't know last time that if we if we struck down one bullet point, we can't approve the whole thing or whatever. But I do still maintain that it is within our right as a neighborhood council. I think had we been consulted prior to the finalization of this agreement, perhaps our voices would have mattered. But since our voices don't matter, I think it's perfectly fine of us to say that we don't want the crosswalk to be removed. And if that doesn't influence the decision, then that's everyone else's prerogative. But I think that this is the vote that we held, and as a neighborhood council, we are allowed to vote that way. And this is an intersection in mine and Joanna's area as well. So, we live here, we see it, so we are personally impacted by this. Yeah, I don't think we should reconsider. I think we're fine.
Glenn, go ahead.
Yeah, I concur. It's really disappointing to hear that the business doesn't care about the safety of pedestrians and frankly the folks who live south of the boulevard, because that's part of the whole picture, not just their own situation. There was a question about bus stops, and I went out to the site, actually waiting for a bus. The bus shelter that's on the west side in front of Cresty is not in use. It is a bus shelter, but it doesn't have signs of bus stop. The bus stops on the east side, where the side where the crosswalk is being moved. And also, I inspected the crosswalk. This was, I don't know if it's business improvement district, but this is an upgraded brick look. They invested a lot of money to make it not just a paved and asphalt sidewalk, to make it look nice for the Casino Commons, I assume. But yeah, so I'm happy with what we did, and I will advocate at LADOT, Council District 4, and wherever I have to, as an individual, because of my feelings on this issue. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. All right, Kristen, go ahead.
I just want to plus one, Shandy and Glenn. I don't like that this has been negotiated without us, and this is the deal that we need to fully agree or fully disagree. I thought we gave really good, thoughtful feedback, and if our opinion matters so much, again, it's the cross the finish line, we should have been part of the negotiations earlier.
I will, no other hands, so I will speak my second time. So I just want to say that, Jennifer, go ahead. Jennifer, go ahead.
Sorry, yes, I'm so sorry. I thought I had my hand up. First, I want to say I am the one that is moving to reconsider the vote. I do want to say I was not strong-armed in any way whatsoever to push this reconsideration through. I didn't even talk to EPOA about this matter. And I do want to remind everybody that we are just focusing right now on whether or not to reconsider the motion. We're not voting on the motion, and I think that since Rob Bouchon is on the call, and he has worked so hard for so long working on this agreement, I think that we should at least sit here and listen to what he has to say about the matter.
Okay, Josh, good hand up for the second time.
Yeah, that's correct. I forgot to mention what Glenn already mentioned, which was that, yeah, this pedestrian crosswalk is truly beautiful. It has brick, it's well designed, there was thought put into this crosswalk. And again, we all spoke about this, right? And there was clearly a decision that was made without us being involved. We had no idea what was happening, and we all voted based on the merits, 13 to nothing afterwards. And whether or not someone's being, I believe Jennifer's not being thrown on, but it was unanimous. So there you go.
I will speak my second time. So again, I'll say it. I voted for it because I didn't realize that it was really an all or nothing thing. I strongly believe that the community should consult with us on things like this, and we're being consulted right now. This is a very long negotiation over months and years, and not a simple thing that we could, just come to one meeting and we could weigh in on. This is a very long negotiation, back and forth, and a part of that negotiation was to come to the Neighborhood Council and get our approval for it. So while we were not part of that ongoing, drawn-out process with law firms, they did stipulate that they would come to the Neighborhood Council and get our feedback. So we are putting our feedback. But unfortunately, it is the case that there is an agreement, and it's not something that's going to be renegotiated. It's asking for our approval. So it is what it is. So I am, I am able to extend the time for people to speak opportunity, speak if you want to. There's other members of the community that they want to raise their hands. So Rod, would you like to weigh in on this now that you've heard everything?
What's the, I'm happy to weigh in, but are you guys still debating the motion?
We're still debating whether we're going to reconsider or not.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I spoke previously, asking for reconsideration. So, I'm still hearing this information. Conveying it. No, you don't need to. All I want to do with the reconsideration, we will allow it to be reconsidered, is to set forth accurate information. Yeah. The EMC has a role, and it is not all. And if you reconsider, I will share with you why it's not all or nothing, but why the neighbors and Chick-fil-A and another group, Neighborhoods First, requested DOT to look at these three traffic mitigation measures. I'm sorry you're spending so much time on it, but I do think that it's important that you get accurate information. And those of you that still want to stick with the 2 out of the 3, you're not going to have any problems with it. Me or the neighbors or these people. But here's the accurate information. And that's why reconsideration is appropriate. Lori, Stevens, sorry, but you misspoke again. You did hear from me too. Our vice president is Lori Kelson, and she did communicate our support for these 3 traffic mitigation measures.
I was talking about the board.
I thought you said the traffic, but again, I've said enough.
Daniel, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Daniel Freeman here. I'm also a neighbor just south of the Chick-fil-A. Like Rob said, I was involved with this. I just think I heard a ton of inaccuracy. That's all I can say. I know this situation very well, days and out. You know, to be honest, I don't necessarily want to have this take up a ton of time, nor do I think it needs a heated debate on this subject at all. But to the extent you just want clarifying information, I think that could be delivered by Rob. Yeah. If anything, this conversation tells me that it should be.
Okay, all right. So that is all the comments. Let's vote. So now we are voting. Rich, I think one. All right, go ahead.
So it's not all or nothing? Because I'm very confused. But I think if we vote, we need to understand if we're voting on all or nothing or we're not voting on all or nothing. Because Rob said it was and then it wasn't.
I'll let them tell. I mean, I think we can do whatever we want. In reality, we're not moving all.
It is not all or nothing. Neighborhood council is weighing in however they want. And the reconsideration is just to Daniel has asked. Hear the accurate information. Give Daniel, give me, give Richard Nourish information to waiting, is another neighbor, a board member who's doing. Give us the opportunity to share information with you. Maybe we did not hear last night.
All right, well, we roll on motor.
Yes, I'll have you. He doesn't want to speak too much yet. I got you. Okay, so I think we need I'm gonna vote. So the vote is the motion is to consider this. If that will be able to amend it, we want to include the third item that we so what you're voting on right now is whether or not you want to consider past motion two items. All right? Is there a second?
Yeah.
It's been a while. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. I'm voting no, which means that I do not want to open it for reconsideration. Yes, open for reconsideration.
Yeah.
Meeting tools window, rate 10, button, building. We couldn't hear you, Diane. Now unmuted. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Lori?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anita?
Yes.
Heather? Heather, I'm trying to, okay, there you go. Now she's a panelist. Heather, you're now a panelist. Heather, you can give us a thumb up or something. I know. We can see you, Heather. We can't hear you. Thumbs up means yes, thumbs down means no. Can you hear us? You want to reconsider yes or no? If you're voting, put in your camera. The camera is off. Okay. We're going to move on. Victoria. Okay. I'm a yes. A lot. And Glenn. Glenn? No. Kelvin. Yes. Yes, Teresa.
Yes.
And Richard. Okay. So go back to Heather. Can you give us a couple counts?
Yes.
So it is up for reconsideration, and so I am going to make a motion now that it's up for reconsideration that we add the second item that we discussed. I'm making an amendment to the motion to support the state with all three. Second.
Second.
Second that, all right, so now we can discuss this on the merits of the comment without Rob. Rob, go ahead. Roy, can you allow me to share screen so that I can share? We also, do we have to limit Rob 2 minutes? Can we, because I'd like to allow him to speak for 1 minute. Is that okay? Well, I mean, within reason, yes. We can go on for an hour. Yeah. All right. Rob, you are a panelist now, so you can share your screen. What's the time? Rob, how much time do you have to go? What's the time? Rob? Rob, is 5 minutes sufficient? all, the agreement reached between the neighbors, EPOA, Neighborhood First, and Chick-fil-A requires the judge to go to the neighborhood council and ask you to support the three traffic mitigation measures that are proposed. It's up to DOT to determine whether any of them will be actually approved and implemented. The ones that are the most impacted by this process are those of us in this neighborhood. We use that process. Respectfully, Rachel, you said there's no process. If this were eliminated, there would be no process. That's not accurate. There is a crosswalk on the other side, and we're simply asking for the very same treatment that, I'm give you another screenshot of Havenhurst and Ventura, where that same east side crosswalk was eliminated when the Caruso Center was approved. And it's the purpose that was done 30 years ago was to avoid the very problem we're facing here. What you're seeing here is a backup of northbound traffic. If there is only one car, first car, wanting to turn right onto Ventura, northbound, and any pedestrians in the crosswalk, they can't turn right. All these cars, me, my wife, Daniel, everybody in this neighborhood, and Lake Encino, you can't get across the street. That's the genesis. Also, my grandson goes to college. He's in the middle. So, Kristen, his mother, voted. But whether you vote, whoever is closest, we respect the role of the neighborhood council. So this is not an all or nothing thing. What is being presented to you is what we're required to do by the agreement, which was to ask the neighborhood council to withdraw their opposition and support the neighbors of Chick-fil-A. If you agree, you want to support the neighbors' request, then you vote yes on the motion. If you don't want that crosswalk or the against it. I do want to show you one other screen share, which you all should be familiar with, and that's the intersection of Havenhurst and Ventura. And that's busy. That gets more pedestrian traffic than White Oak and Ventura. But same thing. I don't think people at Nelson wanting to walk across the Starbucks or CVS, how can they do that? Well, they walk across here, they walk across here, and they walk across here. Is it inconvenient? Yes. But the benefit to the community is that Havenhurst going northbound, if you're making a right turn, you can make a right turn. I could say a lot more, but how you vote here is up to you. If you want to support the neighbors, then you vote for it. The motion. If you want to keep the crosswalk or not support removal of the crosswalk, we would respect that. That's your role. It's not going to kill our deal, and I don't think it's going to affect the outcome when the Chick-fil-A appeal gets to the southbound area. Happy to answer any.
Rob, it looks like some people asked questions on the chat for you. On the webinar chat.
You want me to answer?
The chat really shouldn't be used for this at all, because this is a grant meeting, and the members of the committee not use the chat, so we cannot discuss this by. Martin Alexander, Deputy Chief in New York. You want to call on him first and keep it going from there?
Yeah, John, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say, just be careful with going back and forth because unless there's someone on the agenda who's included on the agenda as a presenter, someone's taking their public comment, even if this information is like really valuable and important. It shouldn't be like a back and forth because it's public comment. So, yeah, and then not Rob question he has spoken. You thank him. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, John.
Basically, really,
Thank you, John. All right, so we have
thank you, Rob.
members of the public, and then we will, all right, Roy, next, go ahead.
Thank you. I was on a meeting with Rob, with LNDOT engineers discussing this situation. And of course, they have to make the final decision. All my years on the Community Council, I think it's just really important for everyone to realize, it's really important to support in the neighbor, each neighborhood. If you don't live there, you really don't understand the impact. And as far as emergency equipment, if there was somebody, let's say, that had a heart attack that's placed out, and that ambulance needs to turn around and come back, you don't want that all blocked up. I really support